Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Terminal One, where we thrive to make the best airport known to man. Um, we actually started off the episode last time, getting a little bit of our you know, commercial done. We actually started off on our passenger side. Previous episode, I realized that we didn't put any anti drone stations in, so we had some anti drone. We had correction. We had some drones flying over our airport, and obviously that's no good. So we I went ahead and fixed that. But on today's episode, my plans are we are going to try to get a little bit more of the passenger stands going through. Maybe tweak a little bit of the actual passenger terminal. I think I overdid it a little bit, and we're just gonna have some fun. So let's do it. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get the day started. There we go. Okay. So here we go. So we got we got hopefully some big airplanes come through. Um, Passengers. We're in a kind of a hole here in terms of money. That's no good. Where's that drone coming from? So not gonna lie, I can't really do much until we get a little bit more money coming through. Once we get that done, hopefully everything will be good. I do want to go ahead and try to get fuel services done, but fuel services can be kind of iffy. And some of the playthroughs I did just for personal time, just to get a feel of the game, I figured out that fuel can eat into whatever you made. It can eat through it. Like, oh my god. And with these bigger airplanes, there's such gas guzzling, right? And so you might not even get the money, to even cover the cost. Um so yeah. Obviously we're kind of in the hole here. 373, 469. As you see, eventually it'll climb up, but as you can tell from the last episode, I went into debt, right? Look at all that money I have to pay back. So that's why I'm not trying to go too much. Like obviously we might not be able to do too much on this, but um we're gonna work it. We're gonna see. These bigger airplanes do look nice though. Um One of the things I want to do is I want to try to get a I don't know, maybe some more passenger stands. I don't really need another runway at the moment due to the fact that we don't have a lot of planes coming in and out. See, that's what I mean, like 1163 in the hole. So as of right now, we are not doing that well, and it's gonna be horrendous because at like around midnight is when we pay off our loans, and our loans are they're high. It's gonna be hard, and this right here, our carbon balance, from what I've seen, carbon balance can be detrimental because if you have a high negative carbon balance, if you're very high in, if you have a very high negative carbon balance, your attraction, right, your demand goes down, and if your demand goes down, this is hard to pay back, and eventually you just get into more debt. So today we're just gonna go ahead to the next day, and as you see, it jumped up by a lot. And what I really would, what I really want to do is I want to go ahead and if I could get an admin building going, because then I could do some policies that might actually help us gain a little bit more money, but we gotta wait for that. There's some policies I want to put in that will help us make more money, but that's hard. Well, there is one where there's a policy that makes maintenance little bit longer, but you get paid more. So we got 2 maintenance buildings, and I believe these go for 100 on the actual when it's just regular. But if it's double, it could go like, depending on the airplane. I think I've seen it go close to 200. And if you do two, that's 400 right there. That's 400. Now, as you can tell, throughout the day, it keeps on taking building upkeep, loan interest, and as you can see, our shares. Oh, I could. That I also noticed that, like, if it's minus 351, they pay you 351. They're like, hey, the airport's doing so bad, we'll pay you to take back your shares. And it's wild. It's a loophole. It's a loophole I found. If you're really, really in debt, just just buy back your loans. So the thing is, I think what it is if you have all 3 loans actually being taken, if you've taken all 3 loans, it puts your pretty much your shares real down, right? So obviously you don't want to do that. I just thought of it, right? If you buy your shares at negative 329. Oh, well, no, never mind. Well, that actually might help us stay out of debt for a little bit longer. Look at that. That's a nice level, a size 3 passenger. Oh, that's nice. Let me turn up the. I want to see something here. Can I controls options? Let's go ahead and turn this music down. I don't want to get copyrighted here. I'm gonna turn this back up. All right. I don't know about 100. Let's go 50. We'll go from there. All right. Let's next. Okay. Continue. There we go. I don't know if you can hear this. Oh wow, you can't. My bad. All right. Next day. All right. So we're at 32,000 in the hole. Oh, 3,200. Correction. My bad. It's early in the morning here. All right, so we got our maintenance plans going in. As you can tell, you see 125. If I could get the policy in, that would probably jump up to 200. And let's see what I say.
Cabin crew, take your seats.
Ooh,
we are cleared for takeoff.
This is a big boy. Look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign.
It's gonna be a minute. See, I think I got 2 more days on this. 4 more days. I got a while for that one, obviously. Yep, it's gonna be a minute. I don't know if there's much I can do today in terms of updating correction. So we'll see. That actually, ooh. All right, I think I know. Figured out something. I made this bad. There we go. That. Because when they come in here, and if this plane's going down here, alright. I don't know why you did that. Because if you got planes coming out right here, right? And you got planes coming in to come to commercial, then obviously that's a bad idea.
Parking brakes are set. Ground crew,
Cargo.
you're clear to
Commercial
approach.
Cargo. Dude, I play a lot of City Skylines, and so I'm thinking commercial because obviously that's, you know, it's cargo commercial, right? And I just got was that 180 I just got off that? Ooh. What? Incoming runway? Did I fix it? I did not. What do you mean? Oh. There you go. Oopsie. I was like, what? Why? What do you mean there's no incoming runway? I messed up. Alright, now let's look at our loans. We have one more day of this. 1.5 more days. Oh man. Even with all the demand and all the airplanes coming in, you know, it's kind of hard to cover the cost, at least, of home loans. Because if you look, we're at 150, negative 196, right? And it's kind of hard to pay off the loans. To be honest, today might be just, hey, let's pay off the loans. This episode might be it. We could be physically, financially responsible, you know. Oh, look at that! We're in the green here in terms of net profit for the day. Obviously, that's not going to be the same when it comes to midnight, but sorry, I got some Dunkin' this morning. It was brown sugar shaken espresso, delicious. A little French cooler to go with it. But as you can tell, actually we're not bad. Now imagine if we didn't have all this to pay. That's our net profit for the day, $6.92. Obviously that doesn't cover the cost of all the loans. And as of right now, we're at a standstill. Get no money for that. Ooh, it was at 300. Now it's at 225. Wasn't it 394 minus 394 5% of future net profits? So that is good asset value. Wow, look at that. That is crazy. We won't get no money off of it either. That's crazy. Like I said, we got one more day of this, though. Look at that, 879. Now, what we could do, we could go ahead and cover this, but then that would only put us negative 1,000 in the hole. And we'll continue being in the hole. So, I kind of want to pay off these two. And if we can pay off these two, then we will be good. Because that is kind of high. Not gonna lie. 7.5% per day. Don't you wish you can just... That's how I was in my younger days, right? Insufficient balance for early repayment. I was just like, I'm paying so much in debt. And felt like the devil. Here I am. Alright. So it only went up 1,000 more because look, now we are... I thought we were officially paid off. Guess not. But we got some more planes coming in. We just got to let the airport run out. You know, it takes time. Rome wasn't built overnight. So neither was this airport. But gotta take out the big loan. And to be honest, if we were thinking more smartly, is that even English? More smart, we would have put more passenger stands in, but we didn't, so that's my fault. Just a good old Louisiana boy, you know what I'm saying? Not always not always the brightest bulb in the bunch, but we learn from our mistakes. Yep. Alright, I really wish I could build something. But we're at 9,000. Okay, yeah, that's still 9,000 in the hole, and that's horrible. Let's see what these loans are. 115. It feels so good to pay back a loan. Finally done with it. Oh, and then you realize you used all your paycheck, and so now you're like, oh, I gotta pay bills. Take out another loan. Oh god. It's just never. But look at some big airplanes coming through. Look at these nice cargo. Ice 3, I believe. Look at this bad boy.
Parking brakes are set. Ground crew, you're clear to approach.
Now, one of the policies you can do is there's a policy where it's the startup, right? It's like a startup motor or whatever. It's pretty much to make sure it has power and it's not running off engines, right? But we cannot get that because we do not have the admin building because we do not have the money. We. Sound of French over here. Wee. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Alright, that should be the last air. Oh, freaking. Okay. Next day. Oh my god, it ballooned. Alright, let's look. You see, now, if I were to buy this, it would be $6,000 in the hole. And we'd still have to pay interest. So, we're not doing that. I know this is a boring episode, but what can we do? Alright, well, look at these bad boys. So, for some reason, we're getting big airplanes, even though, see, look at the carbon penalty here. 40% carbon penalty. If we could get the carbon up out of this negative, we'll have better chances. But we don't. So, that's what's hard. And we have... We have 3.5 more days left to pay off this. So hopefully we can at least pay this off at the end of the episode. That'd be great. This is so boring, not gonna lie. Just sitting here, watching the red go deeper. You ever open up your bank account, right? And you're like, I should have $800 left in the splurge. And you look at it and you're like, I only have 10? Where did the money go? Oh, it's right now. What you don't realize is you've eaten a lot of food because you're a fat ass. So, you know. Oh, I'm from Louisiana, so we do eat a lot of food. So. Anything healthy. How many more planes I got? So it says we got 4, so that means we have. There it is. There's the other one. Oh my goodness. Okay, that should have been the last one. All right, we're gonna go to the next day. We're at 12,000, and our ratings are horrible. Look at our passenger rating, and we could try to bump that up if we had stuff in the airport, in the actual passenger terminal. If you look right here, go here. No. Go here. Get a business lounge, a garden, a smoking lounge. But they all cost money, and you know what we don't have? Money. This episode is so horrible. Oh God. All right. Hopefully, at the end of the episode, we can 226. Not too bad. Not too bad. That's one way to get out the hole. Once we get to a better point where we're not that much, we're not 4,000. It could be better. We got 2 more days, 2.5 more days, so we should be good. By the end of this episode, I think we'll be. I want to end this episode by paying off that debt. At least that loan right there. Then we can work our way up. Wouldn't be too bad. It wouldn't be too bad at all. I'd be thirsty. What should we name this episode? I think we should call it Crawling Out of Debt. No such thing as crawling. This kind. You know what I really wish? I wish we could set the ticket prices. And that would our ticket price also based on our ratings would show demand, right? Obviously it's the balance of okay, the ticket prices cost if you skyrocket the ticket prices, obviously the demand goes down. You're not gonna have a lot of people. But if you could put a balance on it, that'd be great. But that's not the case. You would For that to happen, I guess you would have to have your own airline, and that's a whole different mechanic of the game that obviously I don't think the developers want to put in because that's a little bit more. But that would be cool. What the heck? Was that just 200? want to see how much these cost when they come out. $550. Woo! Now we have a net profit of $15.43, but that does not cover our repayment. $14.54. So shows we got 14. So there's one. We got two. There we go. We got that one going off. Got that one going off. We got one more, and then we'll call it another day. We do not make enough to cover that payment. So, all right, and we're at. We got. That should have went down. What was up with my mouse? All right, there we go. All right, 1109. Oh, we're halfway done paying off this loan. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. Okay. So we got some big ones coming in. Where's some passenger planes? I need passenger planes. So I did some playthroughs with some other with another set of this. The save of this, and just like GTA, you know, like in GTA when you're playing, you're like, oh, I want to be good, I want to be so good, I'm not gonna do any crime, and then you're driving and you accidentally hit someone, you're like, well, gotta ruin the day, let's do it. It's kind of hard to not take out, especially at the beginning of the game. Because you want to get it up started. And as you see, like, look, this one, probably, we got 125. But you saw earlier, this was 550. So you want to get these up and going, right? But to build this whole thing, yeah, I have never seen that. What? I probably could have saved up gigantic wings. And I don't know why I did that. But look, 550 for one of these. And that is why I want to add more. When I add more. I thought in this episode there's some see, 700. I thought we could add more passenger stands, but the bank account said just like when I wanted to buy boots. Harking back to when I was saying, oh, when you have $800 in your bank account, at least that's what you thought, and then you do open your bank account and it only says $10. You're just like, don't give me until next Thursday. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna go to the next day. Alright. What is going on with this? Okay. Whew. I was about to say it's not going down. Alright, we got one more day. Yeah, we got one more day. I actually think we might be able to pay. I don't know. I might call it a day when we pay off all the loans. But we're so deep in debt, though. It's gonna take a lot. Not a lot. drones. What? That's $57 a day. Wow. This is 57. Yeah, it was correct. Wow. Alright, so I believe that we should be able to pay this one off here soon. And it'd only be this, which is 1886, and still will not cover it based on what we make. So I kind of want to end the episode off of this right here and call it a day. Not gonna lie, our next playthrough, I'm probably going to make sure that this is paid off. So I might run this a little bit off the screen, try to pay this off, and then try to get this back. Give it one more minute. Let's see what this looks like now. I got 470 to pay off. So let's pay this. Pay the rest of this off. Let's call it a day. All right. Let's see. All right, got $199 left. Just first few airplanes should cover the cost. All right, let's see. I did not think this would be the way it was. Here we are. All right, $73.
Aircraft going to stand. Going to 118.7. Aircraft going to stand. Aircraft going to stand. Aircraft going to stand. Aircraft going to stand. Going to 118. Aircraft going to stand. Going to 118.7.
Alright,
Brakes are set. Ground crew, you're clear to approach.
Alright, now let's look at this one here. Alright guys, well, again, we actually did pay it off. So this is where we will end it. Hope to see you on the next episode of Terminal 1. This is Louisiana Florida Gaming, signing off. Good day, good night, have a great day. I think that's it. Alright, you have a great day, a good night, and stay safe.